What is up, guys? Philip here with Satisfye, and we are finally going to look at Satisfye RyzePads. We got them here for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Let's dive in and let's find out more about these things. If you need to know how to properly install your Satisfye RyzePads, we have already made a video for you. Link right here. Go ahead and click that and check it out. Also, another link in the description. Let's dive in. So let's just generally talk about what controller or console is compatible with the Satisfye RyzePads, and there's a lot of compatibility. We have another compatibility video, link right here, on all the controllers and third-party controllers that are compatible with our Satisfye RyzePads, so definitely have a look. Also, in the comments below, there's a link too. So compatibility-wise, RyzePads are compatible with your PlayStation 4, your PlayStation 5, Xbox Series SX, and Xbox One, Nintendo Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch OLED, and Switch Pro. So let's have a look at the Swivel Pad, and we're gonna use a PS5 controller for the example here. And let's talk about what the Swivel Pad is. Essentially, it is a 360-degree free moving joystick, really. And what it is, think of a DJ turntable. You get kind of that little right? So you can move this. This top half moves freely, and what this is going to do for you, this is giving you a better range of motion as you're moving your character. So in all games, whether you're playing a side scroller, you're playing a third person or first person shooter, the left joystick is always the movement of your character, and that's where the swivel really comes into play. Third person games and with first person games, there's actually a lot of fluid movement. And that's where the swivel really comes into play, because it's in that fluid movement where you're constantly, in a first person shooter, for example, you're always moving forwards. Rarely does someone walk backwards in a first person shooter. What do you do when you want to turn around or go the other way? You turn your head with the right joystick and you continue moving forward. You're almost always moving forward or side strafing, left and right. And so that's really where the swivel comes in. You're side strafing. The organic shape of the swivel is also really important. It's got a modified version of our wave pad. And what that's allowing you to do is giving you this nice ramp and feed to kind of sit inside of. So it's this concave and convex design that's very unique, specifically designed for the swivel pad. So now we're gonna talk about the material. On the material on the top, we're gonna talk about the TPE, which is this really nice rubberized top coating. It's extremely sticky, but extremely durable. It's gonna be more durable than what you're used to, and it's going to feel absolutely amazing. This is a custom formulated TPE that we made in-house specifically for the RyzePads. Now let's talk the shape and the feet. So with the feet specifically, on the RyzePads, you have a 4-prong or 4-foot approach. And the reason why we did 4, patent pending, is because 4 is the way to go. 4 is how you lock yourself in, so that way these RyzePads don't fall off, even during the most intense gameplay. One of the issues with a lot of aftermarket products is that you'll be in a shooter, especially, you're gonna be moving, right when the game gets the most intense is when these things just I'm actually trying to pop this off right now. It's not gonna come off, so I'm gonna do that. That's what happens when you're in a super intense moment. So a 4-prong is super secure. It's actually the most secure, while still giving you the ability to install them on the joystick. The notch comes in 2 different flavors. You can get the notch in the mid-height or the extended height, and that's just really a hand preference because everybody has a different hand size. And this 5-pack was designed so that you can find the perfect combination of RyzePads for your hand size and for your play style, for what controller you're putting them on, and for what kind of game you're playing. Every game is gonna be different. Every game is something's gonna feel better. Maybe you want a notch or a wave on the left or the right, a high or a low. It just depends on what you're playing and your personal preference. You have the ability to mix and match. There's a lot of different combinations that you can do, and you're gonna find the perfect combination for you. On the notch, what you wanna do is the notch has a 1-ramp approach. There is 1 ramp that you want to feed your thumb into. And as you feed your thumb into the ramp, you want to angle and adjust the angle of the notch at the way that your thumb interfaces with the joystick. So what you're gonna do here is you're going to align it. My thumb naturally comes into this PS5 controller right here at this angle. So I wanna have this feed ramp ready for me right there, and then I come in and oof, does that feel amazing? Because not only do you have this nice low ramp. You don't have this hump to get over, but it also sucks your thumb in if you want to ride the top of it, which is how you're meant to do this, or right here on the side. So that's how you properly adjust your notch pad. And now let's look at the wave. Now I have 2 waves on this Switch Pro controller. I've got a mid-height on the left joystick, and I've got an extended on the right. And the wave is a fantastic organic shape. This is, again, our very unique concave and convex design, where we're taking the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds being you can interface with this on any angle and it's gonna feel amazing. Because a lot of people playing claw, they're going to play and they're gonna interface with it, you know, maybe down here. Whereas if you're not playing claw, you're gonna keep hitting right here, more of this, you're gonna ride this edge. A lot of people ride the edges of these things. And if you wanna sit on top, you can sit on top. It's also gonna be great. So not only does the extended height give you better leverage in the game and give you more precise adjustments. So your aim is gonna be way, way more spot on in any first-person shooter or third-person game that you're playing. As you raise the joystick up higher, you get better leverage and you therefore have a better range of motion. Through tons of user testing on these, not only are these going to improve your aim, but they're actually going to reduce the fatigue on your hands as you're playing for long playstations. And at Satisfye, as you know, if you don't know, we are all about ergonomics, and we're all about increasing your playtime on whatever you're playing, because I love to play for hours. I want to play for 12 hours if I want to, and I don't want my hands to cramp up. I don't want to get carpal tunnel, and that's where these things really rise. We've done tons of rigorous testing on these things in an actual lab with real subjects where we were monitoring all sorts of things, and what we came up with and what the testing found was that when you use RyzePads, there's proven less fatigue on your hands, and you can play longer, more ergonomically, on top of having all the benefits of that added height and getting the competitive edge. You're not just getting a competitive edge though, because you have added height on that right joystick. You're improving your ergonomics. You're improving how long you can actually hold the controller without cramping, without giving yourself carpal tunnel. They feel better. It's proven that they reduce the stress on your hands when you use Satisfye RyzePads on both the left and the right joystick. We've tested on all consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch, and all of them came up with the same data, reducing fatigue and strain on your hands. So not only are you getting quality RyzePads, you got 5 RyzePads here, all top notch, all top quality, the premium materials, but you're also getting an amazing packaging to go with this. This is coming with a nice tin can that's reusable and meant to take with you. This is not meant to be thrown away. This is meant to keep really forever. And to store your RyzePads forever. I specifically made this small enough so that you can fit it in your pocket, fit in your backpack, wherever you are on the go. These things are freaking fantastic. So head over to satisfye.com right now and get yourself a pair if you haven't already. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Switch Pro, they're all there. Bundle them and save. That's satisfye.com. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We are gonna put out a ton more content soon. There's gonna be lots more RYZE videos and soon some Zen Grip videos coming. And follow us on all of the social platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we will see you guys in the next video.